Good morning. Hope you can see me. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'd turn it around, but then we'd have to fool around and get it all back together again. Anyway, we're doing some cartooning with you today. Can you see me? All right. And so what we're going to do is cartoon faces. And although this looks like just a series of circles, it's going to be cartoon faces. And so I'll show you how we do that. We're going to, anytime you want, you can stop this and catch up if I'm going too fast for you. I'm trying not to go too fast, but you know, I've done this for years and years and years. So you don't have to be perfect circles. Just draw a little circle across there. And then when we get these circles done, we're going to put a nose and two eyes. They don't have to be perfect. You just draw a little circle, draw a little oval, draw a little blobby shape, either way. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across. So 5 times 5 is 25. A little math thrown in there for you. So what we're going to do is put a little C in the middle of each one of these, and that's going to be the nose for this character. So it's a little C, and then after we do that, there'll be 2 dots for eyes. And you see these scribblings over here on the side, and the scribblings on the side, these are going to be eyebrows, and they're going to go across this way in rows, and then these are going to be the mouths, and they're going to come down here in columns. So every eyebrow is going to be the same, like this, across in this row, like this, across in this row, etc. And every mouth is going to be the same coming down in the column. And I want to show you one thing before we get started. When we put the eyes on, the eyes have to be right at the top of this nose here. And the reason it has to be top of the nose is because all this area here in orange is an area that we're going to use for the placement of the eyebrows. All right? So that makes it very important that the eyes go right there on top of the nose. And so we'll do that. And I just put 2 little dots right above the C. C. There's a little joke. Very little. So you keep doing that. And when you get done, you can pause if I go ahead of you here. You see that one? I put the C up a little too high, so it doesn't give the... So I'm going to put the C down a little lower, and then put my dots there, so I have a real big space there. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is give the, in this column here, give the mouth. And you see how that curves down? This is almost like alphabet drawing because we have a C for a nose and we have a U for the mouth. You see how that U starts up here by the nose and then finishes up on the other side of the nose. This one is just a straight line, about right in the middle between the nose and the chin. And this one is a curving down. So it has that downward curve of the mouth has a kind of a negative effect on the emotion that you're going to convey. This one is kind of up and down. You can do it either way. up on that side, down on that side. But let's just keep it consistent and do it all the same. This time, we'll be doing variations on it next time. And then this one is a smile that doesn't go up quite as high as that one. See, that one goes nose to nose. This one is just under the nose, like a flattened out U. Okay, now we're going to get kind of, you know, the final excitement of adding emotions to each one of these characters. So here we have almost a downward V, and just hover right over the eyes with that. Mine is a thick pen that makes a thick line, but that makes it easier for you to see. So your pencil line, if you're using pencil and paper, which I suggest, it'll be a thin line, so don't worry about the difference in that. This one is a curving line about, so if you take your U and turn it upside down, or if you take a C and turn it sideways, it's going to be one of those things. And it's about halfway between the eyes and the top of the forehead. This one's a straight line. Look at this one. Straight line here for the mouth. And this is about halfway up the forehead. And I'll show you what we can do with variations later in another sequence. Right now we're just going to get the basic emotion chart. And this one sweeps up and then comes down, sweeps up and then comes down. So it's a variation on this and this, and then it's a variation on this and this. Just a combo to kind of give you a mixed emotion. Okay? So, if we look at this chart here, we can see that which guy is the maddest? Probably, would you say this guy maybe? Okay, let's call him mad. Or angry. And then we have our happiest guy, who's going to be maybe this one. So we have happy. Now let's look for sad. So who's going to be sad? I think it's going to be a downturned mouth. And so with these sweeping up eyebrows, that looks to me like probably the saddest. This one is not sure. Maybe this one is called insecure. And then we can have other variations of different, this one is maybe, oh, he finally gets to see his grandma again. So he's, oh, I haven't seen you so long, So it's, kind of happy, kind of sad. Okay, there's a variety in here. And after we finish this, then we can add hair. And all kinds of hair. Variations on hair. Parted at one side. Short and spiky. And then if you just go over here and put a little C on the side to all your characters, then you have a completed face. Another thing you can do, and this is a good way to add age to your character, is put lines down, because if you have more lines, the more lines you have on a face, the older the character gets. And you put lines under the eyes, and all of a sudden this character is pretty old now. Okay, I think that's enough for today. So we have face feature chart with a lot of different emotions. And from this, we'll go on to filling other shapes with these same things and creating characters of your own. So this is Dan McConnell. I forgot to tell you who I was. Dan McConnell, North Central Washington cartoonist, and I work for Mad Magazine and a couple other online magazines, and it's been good talking to you today, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.